Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a tech battle that could reshape the world as we know it. Imagine a scenario where the key to future AI dominance isn't held by Silicon Valley, but by China. Sounds crazy, right? But the US is currently wrestling with a huge decision. Should they lock out Chinese AI, like the open-source model DeepSeek, or risk falling behind? This isn't just about algorithms. It's about power, innovation, and the very future of technology. Are we about to make a trillion-dollar mistake? Let's find out. Okay, so here's the deal. A powerful new AI model called DeepSeek has emerged from China. It's open source, meaning anyone can access, use, and modify it. Now, some folks in the US are pushing for restrictions, arguing that these models could be used for censorship, propaganda, or even malicious purposes. They point to the potential influence of the Chinese Communist Party. On the other hand, many argue that cutting off access to these models would stifle innovation here in the US. We'd be blind to advancements happening in China, unable to learn from them, and potentially fall behind in the global AI race. Think of it like refusing to read a competitor's research. You might feel safer, but you're almost guaranteed to lose. This is a clash between security concerns and the fundamental principles of open innovation. It's a high-stakes gamble, and the world is watching. Let's paint a picture. Scenario 1. The US decides to build a digital wall. Restrictions are put in place on AI tech imports and exports to China. What happens then? Well, immediately, collaboration between US and Chinese AI researchers grinds to a halt. Information sharing dries up. US developers are essentially forced to operate in a vacuum. This isn't just about missing out on DeepSeek. It's about missing out on the entire ecosystem of innovation happening in China. It's like trying to win a Formula One race with your eyes closed. The result? A potential slowdown in overall AI innovation in the US. And it could kill the open-source AI movement right here at home, as everyone fears getting caught in the crossfire of these restrictions. Now, let's flip the script. Scenario 2. The US rejects the restrictions. American developers can continue to learn from Chinese models, including DeepSeek. But this opens a Pandora's box. The debate intensifies about the potential risks of CCP influence and censorship embedded in these models. We're talking about the possibility of subtle biases shaping public opinion, influencing narratives on sensitive topics, and even eroding trust in information. It's like accepting a gift that might be Trojan horse. This scenario demands increased vigilance, a push for methods to detect and mitigate potential biases, and a constant awareness of the potential for manipulation. It's a risk, no doubt, but potentially a necessary one to stay competitive. Regardless of which path the US chooses, we're likely headed toward a bifurcation of AI development. On one side, the US might focus on closed-source, heavily moderated models from large tech companies. Think of it as a curated, but potentially limited, AI experience. On the other side, China continues to push open-source models, potentially with embedded censorship. This could lead to two distinct AI ecosystems, with limited interoperability. It's like having two different internet protocols that can't communicate with each other. The global implications are huge. Which system will become dominant? Which will shape the future of technology and information access? Here's where things get really interesting. The global adoption of AI could be heavily influenced by the availability and cost-effectiveness of Chinese models. If DeepSeek's models are indeed superior in some aspects, performance, efficiency, cost, they could become widely adopted, even with the risk of embedded biases. Think about it. A developing nation looking for affordable AI solutions might be willing to overlook potential censorship in exchange for access to powerful technology. This isn't just about technology. It's about global influence and the shaping of the digital landscape. It's a power play on a grand scale. The impacts ripple far beyond the tech sector. Companies in industries like manufacturing, healthcare, finance, and education, all reliant on AI-powered solutions, could face increased costs and reduced innovation if access to certain AI technologies is restricted. This could cripple the competitiveness of these US industries on a global scale. Imagine a hospital unable to access the latest AI-powered diagnostic tools because of trade restrictions. The consequences are real, and they affect everyone. The increased scrutiny of AI data and technology flows could also lead to greater regulatory oversight of the entire tech sector, potentially affecting data privacy, cybersecurity, and intellectual property protection. It's a domino effect with potentially devastating consequences. This isn't just about technology, it's about geopolitics. The US-China tech rivalry intensifies, potentially leading to further trade restrictions and decoupling of technology supply chains. This could create economic instability and hinder global cooperation on critical issues like climate change and pandemic preparedness. Think about it. If we can't even agree on AI standards, how can we tackle global challenges that require collaboration and shared innovation? Other countries may choose sides in the AI race, aligning with either the US or China, further fragmenting the global technology landscape. It's a new Cold War, fought not with missiles, but with algorithms. And let's not forget the human cost. If Chinese AI models with embedded censorship become widespread, they could subtly influence public opinion and shape narratives on sensitive topics. This could undermine democratic values and erode trust in information sources. We're talking about the potential for a global information war, fought with AI-powered propaganda. The debate over AI bias and censorship also raises broader ethical questions about the role of technology in shaping society. We need to be talking about responsible AI development and deployment, with a focus on fairness, transparency, and accountability. It's not just about building powerful AI. It's about building AI that serves humanity. AI-driven automation could accelerate job displacement in various sectors, requiring workers to adapt to new skills and roles. This could exacerbate income inequality and create social unrest if not addressed effectively through education, training, and social safety nets. We're talking about a potential societal upheaval, as millions of jobs are rendered obsolete by AI. The increasing reliance on AI could also lead to a decline in critical thinking skills and a reduced capacity for independent judgment, as people become overly dependent on AI-generated information and recommendations. Are we creating a society of AI-dependent automatons? It's a question we need to answer, and soon. Let's talk about the risks. Technically, the US risks falling behind in AI development if it restricts access to Chinese models like DeepSeek. Security vulnerabilities are a concern with open-source models, and it's difficult to enforce bans on intangible technology. Business-wise, US companies risk losing their competitive edge, and retaliatory measures from China are a real possibility. Ethically, we're talking about censorship, bias, lack of transparency, and the potential for job displacement. It's a minefield of potential problems. DeepSeek's models are reported to promote the One China policy and avoid discussion of sensitive topics. This raises serious concerns about censorship. While open-source models are more transparent, it's still difficult to determine who is responsible for their behavior. All AI models are susceptible to algorithmic bias, and there's the ethical dilemma of open-source code being repurposed for unethical uses. And let's not forget the potential double standard. U.S. policymakers criticizing Chinese censorship while U.S. firms face accusations of political bias. It's a messy situation with no easy answers. So, what's the solution? A complete ban on Chinese AI technology could have unintended consequences, including stifling innovation and increasing reliance on potentially biased U.S.-developed models. We need a balanced approach that promotes innovation, protects national security, and addresses the ethical implications of AI. It's not about building walls. It's about building bridges and fostering responsible AI development. The choices we make today will shape the future of technology and its impact on the world. Are we up to the challenge? This whole situation surrounding DeepSeek and the proposed U.S. response has far-reaching implications for AI development, international relations, and society as a whole. The choices made by policymakers will shape the future of technology and its impact on the world. It's a complex issue with no easy answers, but one thing is clear. The U.S. can't afford to ignore the advancements happening in China. We need to find a way to balance security concerns with the need for innovation and collaboration. The future of AI, and perhaps the future of the world, depends on it. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech analysis. Until next time.